Have you ever noticed? The world claps for you only when you shine, but no one sees how long you walked barefoot to reach the light. This is the story of a young woman named Maya, who looked perfect on the outside, always smiling, always helping, always showing up for everyone. But never for herself. Maya had a strange habit. She never said no, even when her heart begged her to. She believed saying no made her a bad person, a selfish person. So she said yes to everyone, and slowly, she said no to herself. Every single day. One winter morning, she woke up exhausted, drained, the kind of tired that sleep can't fix, but still, she pushed herself. Because she didn't want to disappoint anyone, she kept telling herself, "I'll rest later," but later never came. Then came the day that changed her life forever. It was her birthday, but as usual, she spent the entire day solving other people's problems, running for others, smiling for others, carrying weight that wasn't hers. At night, she returned home to a dark, silent room. No calls, no texts, no one remembered. She sat on the floor, holding a cake she bought for herself, half crying, half laughing, whispering, "Maybe. I don't matter." And that night, she broke, silently, completely. The next day, something unusual happened. She fainted at work. Her body finally said what she never had the courage to say. "I can't take this anymore." When she woke up in the hospital, she heard the doctor say something that felt like a slap. "You are severely mentally and physically exhausted. If you keep living like this, your body will shut down." She looked around for familiar faces. Friends, family, the people she always ran for. But not a single person was there. She waited. She kept hoping someone would walk in, but no one did. It was in that empty room that she realized a brutal truth. You lose yourself slowly by trying to be everything for everyone, except yourself. That night, she made a decision. Not a loud decision, not dramatic, just a quiet whisper in her chest. "I deserve to be loved too." The next morning, she didn't rush to answer messages. She didn't say yes to everything. She didn't force a smile. Instead, she did something she had never done before. She sat with herself. She asked herself, "Maya, how are you, really?" And for the first time, she listened to her own voice, the voice she had ignored for years. But this decision came with consequences. The moment she started choosing herself, people got angry. Friends who took advantage of her suddenly called her changed, selfish, and distant. And that hurt her more than she expected. She cried again, thinking, maybe I'm doing something wrong. But then came the twist one evening. Her younger brother, who barely talked to her, walked into her room and said something that shook her from inside. "I'm proud of you. You finally stopped letting people walk all over you." She looked at him, confused, and he continued, "I've watched you for years. You gave so much to people who didn't deserve you. I thought you'd break forever. But now, you're choosing yourself, and that's the bravest thing I've ever seen." Maya didn't say a word. Tears fell. But for the first time, they weren't tears of sadness. They were tears of healing. She realized the world might not clap when you choose yourself, but the right people will. Slowly, she started doing small things for herself. Morning walks, painting again, saying no without guilt, resting when tired, cutting out people who only came when they needed something. And with every little act of self-love, she rediscovered a piece of herself she had lost. She learned something powerful. Self-love isn't selfish. Self-love is survival. Self-love is saying, "I matter too." Weeks later, she returned to work, not as the Maya who sacrificed herself for everyone, but as a woman who finally knew her worth. People noticed the change. Some respected her more. Some left her life. And she was completely okay with that. Because when you love yourself, the wrong people leave, the right ones stay, and your life finally becomes yours. One evening, months later, she stood on her balcony. Watching the sunset, she whispered, "I'm proud of you, Maya." You didn't give up on yourself. And maybe that's all any of us need. That moment where we look at ourselves and say, I choose you. Because the truth is, you can lose people, you can lose money, you can lose opportunities. But the moment you lose yourself, you lose everything. Self-love is not a luxury. It's not an option. It's a necessity, a foundation, a lifeline. And if no one has told you this yet, let me be the first. You deserve your own love, your own care, your own kindness. Not someday, not later, but right now. Choose yourself. The world will adjust. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more interesting, motivational, and thoughtful videos.